A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. On November 11th, 1975, Australia witnessed one of the most dramatic political upheavals in its history, a day that would forever be etched in the annals of Australian governance. Prime Minister Gough Whitlam was dismissed by Sir John Kerr, the Governor-General, in a move that sparked intense debate and controversy, leading to what many call a political crisis rather than a constitutional one. This incident, known as the Dismissal, not only altered the course of political events, but also left a lasting legacy on the nation's political landscape. As the events unfolded on that fateful day, Whitlam's response was captured in a famous line: "Well, may we say God save the Queen, because nothing will save the Governor-General." However, the immediate aftermath of his dismissal was not characterized by this defiant statement, but rather by the political maneuvering that ensued. The Age newspaper, in its coverage the following day, highlighted Whitlam's scathing assessment of Malcolm Fraser, labeling him Kerr's Kerr after Fraser accepted Kerr's request to form an interim government. The editorial emphasized the belief that Kerr's decision was a triumph of narrow legalism over common sense and popular sentiment. The political landscape was further complicated by the upcoming double dissolution election set for December 13, 1975. Whitlam asserted that the central issue of this campaign would be whether the government elected by the people would be allowed to govern. The backdrop of this political turmoil saw the Liberal Party grappling with its own internal challenges, particularly in the wake of the May elections where they lost significant ground to Labour. In the United States, a parallel narrative unfolded as former President Donald Trump publicly criticized Republican ally Marjorie Taylor Greene for suggesting that he should focus more on domestic issues like inflation rather than foreign affairs. This disagreement highlights the ongoing rift within the Republican coalition, especially after disappointing election results in New Jersey and Virginia. As Trump remarked, "I don't know what happened to Marjorie, nice woman. She's lost her way, I think." This comment underscores the fundamental challenges facing the GOP as they navigate public concerns over the cost of living and inflation, which have become pivotal issues for voters. Back in Australia, former Prime Minister Paul Keating reflected on the long-term effects of the dismissal during an interview marking its 50th anniversary. He argued that the events of 1975 irrevocably changed the culture of federal politics, resulting in a coarser atmosphere where goodwill between parties evaporated. Keating recalled how the dismissal was driven by Kerr's desire for historical significance, suggesting that Kerr sought to place himself at the center of Australian history rather than allowing the political process to unfold organically. The implications of the dismissal were profound, with Keating asserting that it represented a coup against Australian democracy, orchestrated by one individual, Kerr. He noted that the actions taken during this period were reminiscent of a coup, albeit one that lacked the violent gathering typically associated with such events. This sentiment was echoed by ABC Chair Kim Williams, who emphasized that the crisis was political in nature, rooted in Fraser's refusal to acknowledge the legitimacy of Whitlam's government. As Australia commemorates this pivotal moment in its political history, the conversation around the dismissal continues to resonate, serving as a reminder of the fragility of democratic institutions and the complexities of governance. The events of 1975 not only shaped the immediate political landscape, but also set the stage for ongoing debates about the role of power, governance, and the responsibilities of elected officials. In a related development, the children's entertainment group, The Wiggles, has acknowledged potential breaches of consumer law regarding their sale of light-up headbands that failed to carry necessary safety warnings. This admission has raised concerns about the safety of products marketed to children and the responsibilities of companies to ensure compliance with consumer protection regulations. The headbands, which contain hazardous button batteries, were sold at concerts and online, prompting scrutiny over their safety standards. As Australia reflects on its political history and navigates contemporary challenges, the lessons from the dismissal remain pertinent, reminding us of the delicate balance between governance, public sentiment, and accountability. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.